The murder of Charlie Kirk is, of course, sending fear across the country. Fear about the rise in political violence and extreme rhetoric targeting both Democrats and Republicans. Politicians are divided on who should take accountability. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg live in downtown Brooklyn with more tonight. Lauren?
Well, Mike, Charlie Kirk was certainly polarizing, no doubt about that. And today there are calls to tone down the vitriol and stop the violence. And that is what we heard today outside the Barclays Center in downtown Brooklyn.
We can agree to disagree. We can debate. But violence is never the answer. Violence is never the answer when it comes to disagreeing because someone stands up for what they believe in.
Civil rights leader Reverend Kevin McCall gathered with community leaders and clergy to denounce the murder of Charlie Kirk 2 days ago.
I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk on everything, but what he did was so American and so important. He invited people who didn't agree with him, who hated him, who hated what he stood for, but he invited them into the tent to have a conversation.
And civilized conversation is a sentiment Democratic Congressman Tom Suozzi echoed today as well.
We have to take the temperature of the political rhetoric down. People can disagree with each other without hating each other and without being violent.
But this week's political violence isn't new. There have been assassination attempts on Donald Trump, a shooting of Republican Representative Steve Scalise in 2017, and the shooting deaths of a Democratic Minnesota state representative and her husband this year. And yet, while many are calling for an end to the extreme rhetoric, President Trump is laying blame for what happened to Kirk.
The radicals on the left are the problem, and they're vicious, and they're horrible, and they're politically savvy.
Now, the Reverend McCall, who organized today's event here outside the Barclays Center, said the only one to blame is the gunman, is the shooter, and that is something that the governor of Utah also said today. Now, tonight at 7 o'clock, there will be a vigil for Charlie Kirk that will be held at Madison Square Park, and we expect that the Republican candidate for mayor, Curtis Sliwa, will be speaking at that. For now, we're live in downtown Brooklyn. Lauren Glassberg, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.